Alright, I'm recording again. Bailey! Joe! Bailey!
Maybe one, two, three. Oh, something come on. No, that guy is demonic. Oh, yes. That's difficult. Okay.
Unhinged. I stepped back and pointed to the badge picked to my vest and said, I'm deaf. Please tell me this door for 2 years. But she stared right at it and somehow got even more pissed. The exact right in her hand, but she couldn't. I couldn't fully catch, but I definitely saw the word pathetic in there. I grabbed my cart and started to move to the end. It's like I really thought she was done with me. While putting coffee makers on the shelf when I felt something hit my back. I turned around and she was standing there with her arms crossed looking sad and tired. I turned disbelief and she just raised her eyebrows like, what are you going to do about it? I turned back to my work and then felt something else hit me. Then another thing. I spun around and she was literally grabbing items off the shelf and tucking them in my direction while filming me on her phone with her other hand. A box of tea bags hit my shoulder. Other customers were stopping to stare, and this one older guy said something. She looked around. I grabbed my tea, snapping her fingers next to her. Whatever theory manager, so I started heading that way with my card. This woman followed like the arm. My manager is here, fine and thank you. I've been drinking for 10 minutes and now you're all in on this together. My manager thinks her mind is playing how to get her attention. The woman says, not so she can take her. Want her finance head and mind. I'm going to I'm not going to see her sleep where I saw her look right at me when I was talking. My manager sighed and said, you're causing a disturbance. Please leave. The woman stepped even closer to him and said, you won't kick me out. My manager looked her in the eyes and said, I'm doing it right now. Leave. She let her laugh and said, you don't do that. What do you like? My manager's face went completely pale and said, I don't care. You need to leave my store right now. Everyone in the crowd just froze. The woman's face went from smug to absolutely panicked in about 2 seconds. She clearly thought being his wife meant he'd take her side, but instead he looked at her like she was a stranger. She tried to grab his arm and said something, but he stepped back and pulled out his radio. He said, security to customer service, please, without breaking eye contact with her. The security guard showed up within like 50 seconds, and the woman immediately pointed her phone at him. She was clearly losing it because her hands were shaking, and she kept looking between my manager and the guard like she couldn't believe this was happening. The guard said something and gestured to the door, but she just started recording him and screaming about her rights. She actually said, this is assault. You're all assaulting me right now. My manager pulled out his phone and said, I'm calling the police, and started telling me. The woman looked around at the crowd and formed. I saw her soul leave her body. The security guard stepped forward and she started touching what I said, but she tried to be touched enough like she was making some kind of dignified gesture. Pulled it all the way outside.
You hear that
I
dog?
watched her trickle.
You have a demon dog in your background. It's a fucking demon dog, I swear to God.
But a customer grabbed my shoulder and screamed she was going
What
to
type of sniper is that? Holy shit.
absolutely unhinged. I stepped up, pointed to the bag.
I'm reloading.
I told her. London's gay and he says he loves you. That's what came out of his mouth. Hey Colton, do you see the giant military base? This is like a nuke over here. I don't know why I went face first into the nuke. This hatch is open. Wait, hold up. Stay there and crouch. No, stay there and go back in there and lay down on the ground. Lay on the ground. No, hold circle. Hold it. Yeah.